So yesterday we got this story on CNN about Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth, I think that's how you say his name, and their song called See You Again surpassed Gangnam Style for the most views on YouTube. And what I'm going to show you in this video is how this article is coded with gematria, among other things. And if you don't know what I'm going to talk about in this video, check out the video link description or the video description, and I'll leave a link called How to Gematria. It's a 15-minute video. It will explain a lot more of what I'm talking about. But basically, it is the practice of coding numbers into words, and it is used in the mainstream media every single day. Like every article I've ever looked at, coded by the numbers ever since learning this. You know, things sync up with the calendar and everything else. So let's get into this story here. So the See You Again took over for over Gangnam Style. And when I looked up this song, I found out that it was a tribute to Paul Walker, you know, the guy from the Fast and the Furious. And then he died in, November 30th of 2013, which is interesting in itself because in regards to Gangnam Style and this guy's name being PSY, which is the 23rd letter in the Greek alphabet, and Psi is also the, the trident-looking letter. And the Super Bowl that year was all about Neptune, who is the equivalent to Poseidon, the ruler of the sea, who wields the trident. And also, we got the that Maserati commercial that year. Maserati had the trident symbol, whatever it was. Something, now we strike. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but just interesting that Paul Walker died just before that. And there was all kinds of stuff going on with that. We had the death of the dad on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Philip Banks. And then when Philip Phillips was singing the song in the pregame, we got the death story of Philip Seymour Hoffman. And Philip is, if you look up the name, it's like a man who loves horses or something to do with horses, and Neptune is also the god who loves horses as well. The god of earthquakes, love horses, and the god of the sea. But anyway, first thing I wanted to point out. So this song was written as a tribute to Paul Walker, and it was on the movie Furious 7. In gematria, if you write out Furious 7, it equals 150. If you write out Paul Walker, he also equals 150. This was the movie he died while filming or whatever, or he died before this movie was finished filming. Furious 7, 150. Paul Walker equals 150. And if you notice too, this story or whatever of, not the story, but the actual happening of this song, See You Again, surpassing Gangnam Style, it came out, or it happened on July 11th, which is 7/11, and it was exactly 7 months, 11 days after the anniversary of Paul Walker dying. And it's also a span of 223 days, which is interesting in regards to Paul Walker. I was talking a lot about his death being connected to him being in the movie The Skulls. We have the Skull and Bones Society with their number 322, 223, The Reflection. The word Masonic equals 223. And he even died. Remember, on the movie The Skulls, Paul Walker, they get the cars and he gets in the red Porsche and then later dies in the red Porsche or whatever. So in the movie, he gets a red Porsche, or I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's what it looks like, a 2001 red Porsche. And then he ends up actually dying in real life in a red Porsche. But in regards to Psy, in the number 23, it reminds me also of Tom Brady and Deflategate, because they said they deflated the balls to PSY, and the 23rd letter in the Greek alphabet is Psi. So it's 223, right? 2 PSI, 223. I guess I'm just pointing out that the Gangnam Style guy, Psy, he's been connected to a lot of events in regards to the Super Bowl and whatnot. So anyway, in gematria, See You Again equals 58, the small way in reverse. Charlie Puth equals 58 just the small way. So, the as above, the reflections. Even if you look up the song, it says they had 3 nominations at the 58th Grammys. Like the 58th Grammys, it gained a lot of popularity. 58th Grammys, the song equals 58. Charlie Puth equals 58. The story of it surpassing Gangnam Style also happens 7 months, 9 days after Charlie Puth's birthday on December 2nd. And that's interesting because Paul Walker died 79 days after his birthday, September 12th to November 30th. So 7 months, 9 days, 79 days after Paul Walker's birthday. I also pointed out that the Furious 7 came out on 4/3 of 2015 in the United States, and that is a span of 1 year, 4 months, 4 days after Paul Walker died, 144, and the YouTube news about this song came 144 days before Charlie Puth's birthday. So the film that it's famous for came out 1 year, 4 months, 4 days after Paul Walker died, and then now it surpasses Gangnam Style 144 days before Charlie Puth's birthday. So the other person in the song, Khalifa, if you look him up, I noticed that he's currently 29 years old, and then they were telling us how this song has 2.9 billion hits, reminding us of 29. If you write out 29, it equals 50 in the reduced way. See You Again in the normal reduced, the frontwards way, equals 50. So both these guys have interesting connections to the song, to Paul Walker, and there's a whole lot more coming up here. So the story comes 60 days before Wiz Khalifa's birthday with the end date. Paul Walker in the reverse reduced way equals 60. Gangnam Style in the reverse reduced way equals 60. If you write out PSY also equals 60 in gematria, the frontwards way. Without the end date, it's 59 days, not 60 days. Charlie Puth in the reverse reduced equals 59. Like See You Again equals 59 with the S exception in the normal reduced way. Hopefully that makes sense. There's a lot more going on. Once you understand the frontwards way, the reverse way makes a lot more sense. And it truly does piece together a lot of the puzzle that is sometimes left untold. Also, what's interesting is that this PSY guy, his birthday, December 31st, and he's 39 years old right now, which means that this story comes 173 days before his 40th birthday. 173 is the 40th prime number. And remember, Paul Walker died at the age of 40. So I guess one last thing I want to point out is this YouTube video surpasses Gangnam Style, and then it's a tribute to Paul Walker and whatnot, and it surpasses Gangnam Style on 7/11, which is also the same day that The Fate of the Furious, the newest movie in this series, was released on DVD, July 11th, and the movie actually came out on April 14th, I believe. Let me find it here really quick. April 14th in the United States. If you go from April 14th to 7/11, a span of 2 months, 28 days. And in gematria, if you write out The Fate of the Furious, it equals 228. It's how these things are coded and work. So I'm going to leave the video at that. Just wanted to show why that video surpassed, Gangnam Style on the day that it did. And it's just a tribute to Paul Walker. It's a tribute by the numbers like everything else in the media that you get every single day. So, peace. Have a good one.